What's up guys, my name is Justin Clement. I'll be doing a little bit of a video series with you about the anatomy and mechanics of rudimental drumming, snare drumming specifically. So today I want to get into one of the most neglected parts of our grip and our mechanics, and that would be the fingers. There's a lot of different things with the fingers. There's different groups, fulcrums, uses of fingers, how they might help us, how they might not help us at times. So I want to get a little bit into that. I'm going to start with the right hand. So first things first, we have our fulcrum. That would be the connection of pointer finger to thumb. Now this is kind of where the stick rotates in our grip, where it maneuvers in our hand. So that's going to be very important. A lot of people define this as if you were to put a nail through your thumbnail, have it go through the stick and then through kind of the knuckle or the last tip of your pointer finger, that would be kind of your fulcrum. That'd be your rotating point in your hand. So with that, I like to think of the middle finger kind of being the support of that. Our middle fingers are probably our strongest fingers in our hands. So while the stick does rotate with the fulcrum and the pointer finger, the middle finger is going to give us a lot of sound, a lot of force, a lot of velocity. Like even if you take that fulcrum off, that middle finger is going to give us a lot of support. So that's very important. I like to think of these three fingers kind of as a whole group within themselves, because you can kind of break it down like that. You can think of the fulcrum and then this unit in your hand. And a lot of kids starting off drumming, they'll kind of find that right away. They'll take these back fingers off and they'll kind of drum like that because that is the strongest part of their hands. Now, as we develop and get more into our drumming, we kind of start to realize that our back fingers are very important. They are a lot of support, just like the middle finger, but they also really like solidify our grip and finish the grip off, because you can have this and you kind of have like half of a grip, but if you were to have your hand flat, fingers extended, and then just relax, this is where your grip really is. This is where you let the stick sit and these fingers wrapped around is like your final grip. If you have this kind of going for you, or this, you're adding tension because you're using more muscles to straighten those fingers as opposed to just letting them relax and wrap around the stick. So not only does it solidify your grip, these back fingers, but they really support your playing with anything more dense. Obviously if you're playing like legatos, you don't really need a ton of back finger support, but it is great to have contact. Now as you get, like I said, into more dense parts, quicker rolls, quick singles, you really start to see the involvement of the back fingers, why they're a little more necessary. So these are going to be super important for just like getting the sound that you want out of the drum, but also maintaining the look in your hand. Not getting that, but maintaining the grip, keeping it the same. And then in a line specifically, you get person to person, you'll have more similarities and a cleaner look. So with that, I mean, the back fingers are really there for support. They are super helpful once you kind of figure out how to use them. And I like to demonstrate the pinky finger specifically for me is like super important to think about like while I'm playing, because as you can see, I can move my ring finger by myself, but as I try and move my pinky finger, my ring finger and even almost my middle finger they seem to follow what my pinky finger does. So that's super important. If I think about my ring or my pinky finger kind of being involved, automatically my ring finger is more involved than it was before. So there's great ways to practice things like this, finger chops, finger control. There's things like finger yoga. People do these kind of exercises, switching the grip around from finger to finger, finding how to move your fingers with the stick. There's also kind of using your fulcrum at the same time. Still finger to finger, but just a different approach of maneuvering the sticks. So that's a really great way to focus specifically on your fingers to kind of catch them up to speed with the rest of your mechanics. And yeah, I mean, I think with most groups, like especially the right hand, they would agree that that back finger support is very important, very pivotal in the way that we play in today's rudimental drumming.